Thanks for joining me, astrologer Patrick Arundell, for your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 30th of September. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. This week begins with that clustering of energy in the sign of Libra, very much to the fore. In fact, Venus and Jupiter continue to forge a gorgeous alliance in the first 2 days. And that points towards doing something playful, entertaining or fun. But last week's new moon gave a boost to this Libran energy, but it also angled to Uranus. So over the next 4 weeks, it is going to be important to understand, whilst we're working at our relationships, which Libra governs, to just be conscious of how our values match up to the people we encounter. Now this week does see Mercury relocate into the deep and passionate sign of Scorpio, and also the modern ruler of Scorpio, Pluto, well, that goes direct after a long retrograde which began on the 24th of April. Now of course Pluto has been in a very business-like part of the situation in the sign of Capricorn. So I think if there has been any kind of delays or slowdowns around the enterprise that you're involved with, that can ease now. And this Mercury energy can also be very good for more entrepreneurial strands. But on Friday, Mars makes its way into Libra, where it will be for 6 weeks. This is a tremendous transit because it does in some ways diminuate the more egocentric nature of Mars. Libra being about trying to find consensus, and Mars being very much about I, the self. Well, it is actually technically in detriment in this location. But I think it gives us just a desire to get firmer boundaries, which can be a good thing, be a bit more competitive, which can be a good thing, but competitive in a way which seeks some kind of collaboration or cooperation with others. And that's where it's working through the energy of this Libra influence. But it is true to say that we have a quarter moon in Capricorn on Saturday, and that's going to be absolutely conjunct Saturn. And Saturn in Capricorn is quite a sobering kind of energy. So we may encounter someone from the end of this week and into next week who, however much we try to reach out to them and understand where they're coming from, they may be quite resistant to our charms. But equally, it's not going to be a good thing to try too hard to be a people pleaser. We just need to be naturally ourselves. Your specific forecast, Taurus, shows that as much as you may try to grapple with the nitty-gritty of life, with both Venus and Jupiter in a lovely association on Monday and Tuesday, it's just a case of trying to find the spark to actually get things done. It may be tempting to actually take your eye off the details a little bit and relax. The great news, however, is that the middle of this week, Mercury moves out of a very brittle area, in truth, into a much more collaborative one. Your listening skills can be enhanced by this. And with Pluto going direct on Thursday too, if a plan you've had to widen your horizons seems to have been slowed down by more practical considerations such as work, feeling tired, doing chores, looking out for those people you care for, I feel that Mars's arrival on Friday in the sign of Libra and Pluto going direct is going to give you an extra burst of energy. In fact, in the following 6 weeks with Mars's transit through Libra, you can work incredibly hard. And if part of that includes finding the right type of job for you, you're going to be particularly industrious and productive. Then again, in an existing role, especially if you work for yourself, you can really burn the midnight oil, but do so and still retain a freshness and your enthusiasm. The quarter moon at the end of this week, however, just suggests that you can't please all of the people all of the time. And there may even be a little bit of a niggle with someone over a point of detail. And it could even have some kind of element of fairness or lack of it in terms of how you feel. So, for example, it could be a boss who picks up a point about your performance, but you feel that this is not really actually seeing the big picture and being really very enlightened about just how much effort that you might be putting in. Just prepare yourself for that. But if you do need to protect your situation, Mars is certainly going to give you the wherewithal to do that. If you'd like to know what 2020 would hold for you personally, you can order your forecast based on your time, date and place of birth and get the rest of this year free and 30% off by clicking the link beneath this video. But for now, good luck and goodbye.